Hello, everyone. I think we're live. Hey, for those who don't know, Duncan Egg Livestream. The trailer just dropped, the final trailer. Not that we had many others, but we had a cheeky teaser. Now we have an official final trailer. The actual show's coming out in January. Let's jump into it. Quinn has done his live stream. I didn't want to step on his toes. He went first. I haven't listened to his yet, so hopefully I'm not just repeating everything he says. I probably will be, though. Let's be honest. Right, welcome. Come in. As usual, if you want to send in a question or whatever, feel free to send in a super chat or in the description, click the link, Streamlabs donations, and you can send me a donation. And so that's 100% of what you send goes to me in that case, compared to the super chat where YouTube sucks up a cut. But it's all good. This is very impromptu. I was wondering whether I was going to... Part of me was thinking I might do a live stream tomorrow. But I thought, you know what, it's late for me, but let's actually do a quick one here. Let's do a very quick one. See if there's anything... I'll use you lot as my brain, right? I'll see if there's anything that I've missed. I've already watched this once. Is there anything that I've missed that any of you can catch? Let's see. Okay. Let's get going. 3, 2, 1. So the live stream begins. Sorry, the trailer begins. Oh, worth mentioning, I guess this is... a spoiler stream? Is this going to be a spoiler stream? How do I make this not a spoiler? You know what? I'm going to make this a... You know what? I'll do a non-spoiler analysis of the trailer, then a spoilery one for book readers. How about that? How does that sound? Post cheeks for 75k. No, but I do want to hit 75k subs before the end of the year. So if you're not subbed, feel free to sub. Let's hit 75k before January. Okay. Anyway, non-spoiler to begin with. We have a whole bunch of knights lined up. That's cool. We'll dive into who they are in the spoiler section. This is obviously Sir Duncan the Tool. There he is, wearing the great helm that he's seen wearing in the graphic novels by drawn by, is it Mike Miller, right? Only 6 riders cancel the show. That's not true. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are 7 riders. So we have a bunch of knights on horseback with lances.
So
Prince Baelor Targaryen is speaking. He says,
Duncan the Tall.
Duncan the Tall. Then, boom. They ride. And, by the way, as I predicted in my Duncan Egg teaser, my teaser trailer chat a couple months ago, the camera zooms in to Dunk's helmet and segues into boom, smash cut to POV shot. Now, the POV shot might just be purely for the trailer. This may be trailer only. I don't actually know. But I suspect in the actual show we're going to see zoom into the helmet, boom, looking at the eyes, looking out the visor.
How good a knight are you?
So, again, no spoilers to begin with. This is Prince Baelor Targaryen. He's the son and heir of King Daeron II. And he's also the hand of the king. As you can see, he's got the hand pin. It's a black hand pin, and it looks like it's... I don't know if it's just the placement on his tunic, but it looks like it's maybe part of his outfit. Like there's sort of like what was almost like a dragon tail or something, curling over his shoulder, and it ends with a hand pin. I'm not sure. I think the outfit's kind of disappointing. I think it's a bit of a lame looking outfit, not gonna lie. All these Targs wearing black is like, that's fine, but give us a bit of red, damn it. But yes, he's the heir to the Iron Throne. He's the hand of the king. He's known as Baelor Breakspear, which is pretty badass. He's also known as the Hammer. Due to a tactic, hammer and anvil tactic he used during the first Blackfire Rebellion at the Battle of the Redgrass Field. He is, so as I said, his father is Daeron II. His mother is Queen Miria Martell. So he's half Dornish. And in the books, I think he's like a handsome, clean-shaven man, and he takes more after his mother. So he has dark eyes, dark hair, tanned, kind of olive skin. Very much looks like the Dornishman. Whereas, his younger brother Maekar takes after the Targaryen features. He's got purple eyes and the silver gold hair and the paler skin. Interestingly, they haven't gone for an actor They haven't gone for a more tanned actor, a more kind of olive-skinned actor, which is a bit confusing. And he's also not clean-shaven, because obviously in Westeros, in the TV show, Game of Thrones, House of Dragon, whatever, anyone who's over the age of 30 needs a beard, right? No one's allowed to be clean-shaven over the age of 30. The actor has a nice jawline. Give us a clean-shaven king, goddammit. Anyway, or prince, rather. But, yes, what they've done here is interesting. They've given him heterochromia. One of his eyes is a light blue. The other one's, well, kind of hard to tell. Is it meant to be a darker blue? Is it like a brown? I'm not sure, but I think they're kind of going for a whole, you know, that's how they're highlighting his half Targaryen, half Martell nature. Is he's got a pale eye and he has a darker eye, which is interesting. And we know that the actor who's playing Valar Targaryen, Baelor's son, has heterochromia. So it looks like they're doing that kind of thing. In the books, Baelor doesn't have heterochromia. The only Targaryen with heterochromia is Shiera Seastar, the bastard of Aegon IV. Wait, no, there's another. And who's the other one? Oh, Daemon's mother, isn't it? Yeah, Daemon's mother. Name's currently escaping me. But anyway.
You'll see.
There we go, This series will be a bit more light-hearted. We've got some goofy humor here. Dunk, he is thick as a castle wall. he's a little bit goofy. He's a little bit dim. And there's some not behind the scenes, but there's been some interesting articles coming out, and they're like, yeah, it's a lighter look at Westeros, and you know they're trying to fit the tones of the novellas, slightly more light-hearted than the main Game of Thrones series, but still serious stuff there. Alyssa, yes. Well, yeah, Alyssa is Daemon's mum. But yeah, and one purple eye, one green eye, I believe. Right. I don't actually have my headphones on for some reason. Let me actually put them on. There we go. 100 years before get Gur.
Came for the tourney.
And here he is at the tourney. Very cheeky. With his horses. He's got 3 horses.
Tourney is a contest for knights.
So this guy, sort of like the master of the lists, right? He's signing all the knights up for the tournament. I will say this, as the certified... I'm the certified Frey YouTuber. I'm also the certified accent YouTuber when it comes to Westeros, apparently. With my Accent of Thrones video, guess what? This guy has a northern accent. And this is a tourney at Ashford. In the Reach, where they should have southern English accents. RP accents, not northern. Disgraceful. I will be writing to Ryan Condal to complain.
You and I?
Oh, and here we have, interesting shot. This was in the teaser trailer. A man with an apple on his... I don't know why it's gone all... Why is the quality so low? Why is it gone all blurry? Anyway, he has an apple on his, breastplate. House Fossaway. And we see some cool sigils in the back. Dondarrion, Hightower, Targaryen. Not entirely sure what the red one is.
You and I?
I'm no farmer.
Yeah, you've come dressed as one.
Sir,
And his egg.
I could scribe you.
Oh shit, my bad. This is Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Could teach,
This is the Netflix live-action Avatar. Let's
and
go.
you could teach me.
Herd and sheep. Of course, the famous shot, the infamous sandwich shot. Sandwiches are, and this is canon, sandwiches are invented by Duncan the Tool. So the reason why we call it the sandwich, meat between 2 slices of bread, is that in England, the Earl of Sandwich basically pretended that he came up with the concept, and so it became known as a sandwich. In Westeros, it's known as a dunk. Some food between chunks of bread, it's called a dunk. There we go. That was worth it. That was worth the bit.
Every knight needs a squire, and you look like you need one more than most.
Bald little kid wants to squire for a big old hedge knight. That's the premise.
Sir Erland raised me to be a true...
You never know when there are people who haven't read the books watching. So, like I said, non-spoilers to begin with. Give those people a chance. Then we'll move on to spoilers. There'll be way more to say.
Knight. Not with sword or lance,
He's burying an old man. What's that about?
but with honor. And I swore that I would.
What's this?
Why couldn't they have uploaded this in 4K? Like, genuinely. Genuinely, why? Anyway.
It's a hedge knight,
Okay.
ain't it?
Okay, so Noble ladies or prostitutes, call it. Let me know in the comments below. Is it, because my first instinct was, oh, are these like a couple of noble ladies who are sort of relaxing, having some wine, their husbands are a part of the tournament or or their training or whatever. And then I was like, well, someone I was talking to at the time, I was playing a session of Gang Beasts with my patrons, and then this came out and we had a little watch along, and one of them said, no, I think they're hookers. And it's like, oh, okay. They could be camp followers, you know, concubines for some rich lords, perhaps. You know, not common camp followers like Shay, right? Because they're dressed way too smartly, but you know.
What? It's like a night, but sadder.
I mean, considering she's roasting hedge knights, either noble ladies or just very well-paid prostitutes, right? Or potentially both, someone says in the chat. Yeah, we'll see.
We're not sad. If I could call...
Hey, and here we have, this was also a teaser shot, and now we know for sure that the man with his hand in the air, throwing his heart out to the audience, that is in fact Baelor. Maekar is standing next to him. We had a promo image of Maekar. Oh, I should have got some promo pictures up for this stream, aren't I? We got a promo image of Maekar. And yes, he's got like the short white hair and the white beard. And it's probably Lord Ashford to Baelor's right. And then to Ashford's right is obviously Aerion. And to Aerion's right is a very short man. Or maybe he's just standing far away.
I could call myself a champion.
Hey, this was the teaser shot. Carrying the Targ
Great.
banner. This is, I don't know why this looks so low res right now. I do apologize.
Might take me in.
Yes, Max in the chat. Dresses are too revealing and they talk too common for high-born ladies. That is actually a good point. That's a very good point.
Take me into its service. Perhaps even House Targaryen.
House Targaryen. There's another look at Baelor looking... Again, the outfit's a little bit disappointing. Yeah. We're still within the visual... We have the same visual language as we did in Game of Thrones, so yeah, things are still nice and... It's slightly brighter than Game of Thrones, but it's still kind of grey, beige, black, dark, kind of... We're not allowed the graphic novel burst of colour or anything. That would be absurd. That would be immature.
Targaryens.
Interesting shot here. I think I know what this is, but I won't say it yet. Spoilers, right? But we have a young lad who appears to have a sash and a Targaryen sigil on his shoulder. This is, without question, the son of Baelor Breakspear. This is Prince Valar Targaryen, who does take part in this tournament in the novella. And the actor has heterochromia, as I mentioned before, which is interesting. In the books, he's described as having brown hair like his father, but he has a white streak in his hair. Like, he's got a little bit of the Targaryen genes coming in. But here, they haven't gone for the white streak, which is a bit unfortunate, but oh well. And as for who's in the back, the guy with red hair, I'm not sure. There's a couple of girls with, well, Targaryen hair, so that could be all kinds of people. Could it be Egg's sister? Could it be Prince Aegon's sisters, Aerion's sisters? Could one of them be the daughter of Prince Rhaegal? Could one of them be Daeron the Drunken's daughter? Like, it could be. There are a bunch of Targaryen princesses those girls could be. It's kind of hard to determine their age here. And behind Discount Jace, Timu Jace, we have a woman with dyed pink hair. And as someone is mentioned in the chat, that's likely Kira of Tyrosh, because the Tyroshi are known for dyeing their hair extravagant colours. And Kira of Tyrosh, kept being betrothed to different people. Didn't have much luck there, I believe. Am I getting her mixed up with someone? But yes, she's betrothed to initially betrothed to Valar. So yeah, that's interesting. I didn't expect to see Kira of Tyrosh. That's kind of fun. We should have added that to the bingo. For those who haven't watched it, on Quinn the GM's channel, we did a Duncan Egg bingo that we're gonna, at the end of every Duncan Egg episode, we're gonna do a live stream review, analysis, etc. Then we're gonna see if we've got anything in the bingo. They could be the Penrose girls. Yes. Potentially.
They're in.
Wasn't she Damon's wife, says Longshanks. No, you're getting... That's Rohan of Tyrosh. Rohan of Tyrosh was Daemon Blackfire's wife. Kira of Tyrosh was betrothed to Valar Targaryen.
Incestuous.
Okay, so this, I believe, based on casting, this is a Fossaway. I think this is the Fossaway who's being kicked by his cousin earlier on in the training grounds. So this is an interesting line that people are already memeing a bit. Targaryens, they're incestuous aliens. Initially, I thought this is a really weird line of dialogue, and I don't like it. First off, incestuous sounds... Incestuous, alien, it sounds anachronistic, right? They sound way too modern. However... friend of mine, Kenny, did some research, and yes, the term incestuous is used in the books. Shout out Search of Ice and Fire. And the word alien is used to describe, like, alien language, right? Sorry, alien land. So, and I think alien is a word that goes back, potentially, to medieval times. But even so, incestuous alien doesn't feel right. It feels like you could have... I feel like you could have, I don't know, thrown in something else that just felt a bit more... The fit the language of the show a bit better, the dialogue a bit better. It just sounds too modern. It's the whole, I believe, what's it called? The Jennifer problem, right? The fact that Jennifer is a medieval name, but you don't often get medieval or fantasy characters called Jennifer because it sounds so modern that there's no point, that it's not usually included because it's a bit too, you know, it sounds anachronistic even though it's not. And I think there's a similar issue with incestuous aliens. Unless, of course, they're just completely doing their own thing, you know. D&D, cut out young Griff, Ryan Condal done a bit to change Rhaenyra and Alicent's relationship, and maybe, what's his name, Ira Parker, the showrunner for this show, maybe he's just throwing in an invasion at the end, you know. David Zaslav was like, this is a cool little story and all, but we need more action, maybe episode 4, alien invasion, right? Knights versus aliens, let's go. Let's chop up some bug people, right? Let's shoot E.T. with an arrow. Get a trebuchet, fucking take down some flying saucers. There we go. But yeah, moving on. That was a. My goodness, that was a fucking inbred monstrosities. Someone says in the chat I think that would have. Well, and monstrosities might be a bit far when you're talking about the royal family, but it's interesting that he's saying this, right? Incestuous, like the Targaryens have kind of lost their power somewhat. They don't have dragons anymore. Their reputation's dwindling. Their dragons are non-existent. Even visually, they're looking less and less Targ, right? So there's a sense of, people are a bit more, maybe a bit more arrogant, more willing to openly criticize them, you know? I mean, as I said, unfortunately, Lionel Baratheon isn't in this trailer for some reason. What a shame. But he was in the teaser, and in the teaser, he had a kind of a mock stag crown, and it's like, you know, it fits his character. You know, he's kind of cocky, kind of arrogant, likes to have fun, but kind of risky. Like borderline treasonous to be wearing a crown when you're not the king, but it just goes to show the Tugs aren't what they used to be.
It was aliens.
Oh, and then we have some action going down.
And Tyrant.
Aerion again with this edgy spiky armor. Wait, what else is he saying? Yeah, incestuous aliens and tyrants, yeah.
And Tyrants.
And I believe, Aerion crushing up some nuts. No, do not panic. This is not the Valyrian steel dagger. I don't know if we'll see it in the show. Did we add that to the bingo? I can't remember. That would be funny. And, oh, finally, he's not wearing black. Look, a Targaryen's wearing a color other than black. He's wearing some red. He's got a red, looks like a red velvet kind of jacket over some chainmail. That can't be too comfy.
Sir Duncan the Tall. Aerion would like your head.
He's got a cool voice.
Maybe
And this is Dunk holding Richard Nixon's head, who gives him advice every now and then. No, I believe this is a puppet from the puppet show. We saw in the novella, there's a little puppet show. It's like finger puppets, I believe, or string puppets rather. But in this, it's like a big proper performance where it's like a giant puppet dragon, and people are fighting against the dragon. And potentially this could be like a puppet knight, life-size puppet knight or something, and he's holding onto the helmet, the head of it, for whatever reason. I don't know what else this would be. Like, I don't know why else he'd be holding a head. That's clearly not meant to be like a human head. That would be absurd, but I don't know.
figure this is what I deserve.
Come on, little knight.
And so
And then we have the shot from the teaser with the helmet. It's kind of goofy, but it's kind of cool at the same time.
I ask you again, how good a knight are you?
And then he comes out. Oh, and a bit of Game of Thrones music. Bit of a Game of Thrones theme remix coming out to remind people, watch this. It's linked to Game of Thrones.
You may be wise to run.
I love how the subtitles have like speaker 3 and shit. And it's like, what? Just put the character's name.
Won't they kill me if I run?
Want to kill you anyway.
Oh, another thing to mention. Very important. This Fossaway speaking with a northern accent. Unbelievable. Fossaways are a reach house. Why does he have a northern accent? What's going on? How could we let this happen?
You anyway.
Oh, yeah, there's the puppet show.
That's honor!
Hey, and he's got the flail. Of course, flails are called morning stars in the books. And I will say, I'm sorry, look how exposed this armor bit is. Like, I'm no armor expert, but look at that. Look at his armpit. Look how much of him is exposed. That at least his neck is actually protected. Unlike, I mean, remember Daemon in the joust in season 1? God damn.
Deserted!
Hey, oh. Again, why is the quality popping in and out? What's going on? This is 1080p. This doesn't look 1080p. I don't. Anyway.
Deserted!
Well, so yes, what we can see here is that's House Harding and this House Beesbury. This girl, this is the Ashford Meadow, so this is probably Lord Ashford's daughter.
Houses of Westeros!
And then there's Egg carrying a very short lance, probably because the actor couldn't carry anything too long, otherwise he'd just fall over. Hey-oh. More fighting. Interesting shot here, where it like, kind of swings around. You see that? Hard to tell because it's dark and the quality is... Why does this look like it's in 480? What's going on? Anyway.
Are there no true knights among you?
The famous line from the book, are there no true knights? And he looks angry, look at that red face. Look at that angry Irishman. And, okay, interesting, I'm pausing here just because, first off, that's the worst hat I've ever seen. Secondly, look at that guy with the moustache and the mullet. Look at that Stranger Things looking guy on the right. That's probably a Dondarrion man-at-arms, right? But he's got like, he has like the Dondarrion lightning on like a plaque. He has like a plaque sigil on his chest. It's like, what?
Was that ill-handled? Right, yeah.
Ill-handled. There we go. Boom. Knight of Seven Kingdoms. That was my spoiler-free breakdown. Made me realize spoiler-free breakdowns are very boring, aren't they? Because I can't. So there we go. There's all the spoiler stuff. There we go. That's all the spoiler stuff. So, oh sorry, non-spoiler. So I'm now going to dive into spoilers from the Duncan Egg novella, The Hedge Knight. If you're not interested in spoilers, then off you pop. Goodbye. Hope you had fun. But we're actually going to talk about the events of the novel. There we go. But gotta make, because not everyone who watches my content is going to be like super well versed in the books all the time, or will want to know what's going to go down and so on. So let's keep going. Actually, before we dive into spoilers, I'll use this opportunity to read out some super chats. Bum ba da bum. Rah. Thank you for the. Nope, come on. Don't mess with me. There you go. Channel of Ice and Fire. Thank you so much, Channel of Ice and Fire. He said, "Hey, Lord Haven. I did my own live stream, but spent an hour not realizing I didn't click live. No. Oh, no, no, man, no. No, come on. Redid it and finished it 10 minutes ago, but I feel like an utter fool. You're doing better than me." Yeah, if people are interested in live streams about this trailer, it's not a huge trailer, but still, obviously Quinn the GM did a stream, and Channel of Ice and Fire did a stream. They also do animated content like me. My apprentice. Thank you so much. What else do we have? We have James Ryan. Hi Haven, do you prefer the Lannisters send their regards or Jaime Lannister sends his regards? I actually prefer the show on this one. I'm kind of in a minority here where most people hate that he says the Lannisters send their regards, right? But I get it. Like, I fully understand it. Like, I think initially the script did say Jamie Lannister sends his regards, and the actors and people on the crew were really confused, being like, "Wait, did Jamie orchestrate this?" And it's like, I think it's, I don't know, something about the show when Jamie says, "Tell them tell them I send my regards," whatever. I can see that being completely lost, and you have a dramatic moment. You want the tone to be just right, the emotions to be just right, and then it's Jamie Lannister sends his regards. You're kind of taking away from it because you're going to confuse the general audience, right? Because you do have to take into account general audiences who might not be well versed in every tiny facet of the show, and I imagine loads of them would have been like, "Wait, what? Jamie orchestrated this?" Right? Because that's what it sounds like. Jamie Lannister sends his regards. Sounds like he orchestrated it, and you don't want confusion at that moment. So I understand them being like, let's just go with the Lannisters. Boom. I know that in the books, it's sort of, not only is it Roose trolling, but it's also kind of ironic because it's like, hey, one of the many mistakes you made was, your mum released Jamie Lannister, and butterfly effect partly led to where we are now, and so on. But yeah, no, I was fine when I first watched it and I saw they changed the line. I was like, yeah, sure. I'm okay with it, and it does go hard. Like, the Lannisters send their regards. The whole so and so send their regards, it kind of became a meme, right? It's just kind of like, yeah, I don't mind, and that is controversial, I know, but and now Littlefinger saying your sister instead of only cat, your sister. That one's a bit more controversial, I think. That one's a bit more like, only one woman my entire life, only one, only cat, has a really nice flow to it. Only one woman, only one. Your sister. It's like, anyway, moving on. Thank you to Muadweeb, the chosen one. A couple of super chats. One was Lord Baron Stark moonlight as a steward at Ashford. Oh, I see. Yeah, the northern steward, the northern Ashford steward. Yeah, it has to be Baron Stark in disguise. Who else could it be? Moodweeb also super chatted. Kira of Tyrosh spotted. Oh yes, I did see that super chat pop up as I was talking about it. The pink hair man. Isn't it crazy that we've actually got a character with pink fucking hair, and we couldn't give Dario blue hair? We couldn't give Euron an eye patch. God damn. Red hair guy is definitely Manfred Dondarrion, Moodweeb also says, in reference to the curly redhead guy from that funeral scene. Sorry, the scene where there's fire. I guess it's spoilers now. It's a funeral scene. And another one from Moodweeb. He is cooking. Thank you so much. My face when my B-Day party becomes a major political event. Is that what the tourney is? Is it a birthday party? Is that it? I don't remember. I don't remember the reasoning behind. Well, I haven't read the books. Obviously, I'm a fake fan. Anyway, shall we continue? And spoilers this time. Right. So obviously, boom, straight off the bat, this is the trial by 7. We got Dunk with the helmet from the graphic novel. On our right, we have, on the far right, from our perspective, we have Harold Harding, and then we have Humphrey Beesbury. To Dunk's left, from our perspective, we have Baelor Breakspear, Lionel Baratheon, the Laughing Storm, Stefan Fossaway, and then Roger Risling, who doesn't wear a helmet because, of course, he doesn't. I skipped your super. Oh, no way. Sorry, man. Wait, where is it? Hillbilly Wizard. I don't see it. It hasn't come... Wait. It hasn't come through on Streamlabs. Let me scroll up on YouTube. Oh, I see it. Dunk the lunk thick as a wall. Thank you so much. There we go. Thank you, Hillbilly Wizard, for the super chat. Again, this was in the bingo stream with Quinn. Will the phrase "dunk the lunk" thick as a castle wall, be uttered in the show? I think it will, hopefully. Anyway. There we go.
So,
Let's get moving.
Sir Duncan
Trial by
was
7.
cool.
Charging in. Let's go. Ooh. There we go. Look at the antler on that boy. Look at the horse armor. They must have pre-ordered a Bethesda game. Look at that. That's fire. And that's Rizzling without the helmet. In the novella, he has an eye patch, so let's see if he has an eye patch. Then, boom, zoom into the helmet. POV. Let's go.
How good a knight are you?
Baylor. We talked about Baylor. Hopefully he puts in a good performance and stands out, because obviously we know that he dies at the end of this. Yeah. Hopefully what you want to do is kind of make him a fan favorite in just a few episodes and then make that death super tragic.
You'll see.
How good of a knight are you? Are you even a knight, Dunk? Or are you faking it? Whoa, which way am I going?
This way.
Whoa, this way, whoa. Oh, who do you need for Game of Thrones?
Came for the tourney.
Journey.
Yep, and then he talks to the steward, the Ashford steward.
Nice.
This is as we said, Stefan Fossaway being kicked over by his cousin, who's what's this guy's name? Something Fossaway. I don't remember. I can't remember his name. Oh, Raymond. Wait, yes, Raymond. It's Raymond kicking Stefan. I nearly said kissing. That's a different show altogether. But yes, they have beef, they have tension, and of course they end up fighting on opposite sides of the Trial by 7, and that's what leads to the split in House Fossaway, where we have the cadet branch, House Fossaway of New Barrel, which the sigil of which is a green apple instead of a red apple. Kind of looks like Tormund. He's too skinny to be Tormund. He's not Chad enough. Why is this so low quality? I'm going insane. Why? I have this on 1080p, but it looks so shit. Just release it in 4K, man. Come on. I don't have enhanced bitrate because I don't have YouTube Premium on this account. I have on my other account. And then yeah, the sigils in the background. Does anyone know what the red one is in the back? Obviously, I said left to right. Dondarrion, Hightower, Targaryen, red, House Red. Anyone know? Anyway.
You wanna?
Raymond, not Raymond. Sorry.
I'm no farmer.
Yeah, you've come dressed as one.
Oh, he has come dressed as a farmer. He's got the rope belt and everything. And here we have Egg. We have Egg. Prince Aegon, who offers
I
the
could
squire.
squire you.
And again, a
You
little
could
bit
teach me.
of fighting action. Herding sheep. Right.
Every
Probably part of the training. He's like, go on, squire, you need to learn discipline. Herd some sheep. And here we have munching away on some sandwiches. Those sandwiches look fucking good, by the way. They look tasty.
every knight needs a squire, and you look like you need one more than most.
Squeaky ass voice. A new HBO original series.
Sir Arlen raised me to be a true one.
And then, of course, here we see Arlen Pennytree, who raised him to be a true knight and supposedly knighted him. We don't know. Again, I wonder if we're going to have him alive in any flashbacks, because the actor's Danny Webb, and he's like an actual actor. It would be weird to just hire a British actor who's known for stuff and just have him be dead. Like, you could have just got extra. And new George post incoming, beware the sandwiches. Sandwiches don't exist in the books. He's being
with
very
honor. And I swore that I would.
No, he's got his sword.
What's this?
He's here for the tourney, and here we have a couple of statues. Are those CGI statues, or are they actually there? I'm curious.
It's a hedge knight.
Okay, yes. Then we have the big debate. Call it. Hookers or ladies, call it. And they're
Hey,
roasting
hey,
Paul
what?
Dunk,
It's like a knight, but sad.
calling him sad. Damn.
We're not sad.
He's just talking to his horse. He's like... Wait, was there anything interesting in the background of the... Yeah, Dondarrion Dondarrion sigil there, obviously.
We're not sad.
Lannister sigil in the back. You can see like a bit of gold and red, presumably Lannister.
If I could call myself a champion, some great house might take me
Yeah,
into
he's
its
talking
service.
about why a hedge knight on a rise up. I could become a household knight. I could serve like House Targaryen if I perform well in a tourney.
Perhaps even House Targaryen.
Baelor looking swaggy.
Targaryens.
I do wish he was clean shaven, not gonna lie. Okay, let's go back to this scene. This is obviously Baelor's funeral. And that's his son and heir, the new heir to the Iron Throne, actually. Where's the golden streak in his hair? Where's the silver streak in his hair? Damn it. Again, the pink hair. That's crazy. That's crazy. We got pink hair. We got pink hair in an HBO Westeros show. Incredible. They finally got over their fear of Tyrosh. They finally got rid of their Tyroshophobia. HBO, I'm proud of you. What else do we have? Yeah, curly haired, red hair guy, probably Lord fucking Dondarrion, right? Who are the girls? Who do you think the girls are? Because I saw there was a discussion in the chat yesterday, but I didn't read it properly. Who are the silver-haired Targ girls behind curly hair man? Who could they be? Let me scroll back in the chat. Ooh. Earl of Sandwich ate sandwiches at a gambling table, which was considered bad manners, but it let him keep playing. Oh, and then that meant that people started referring to it as a sandwich. That is crazy. Hold on, when were people talking about? Where is Steely Pate? He has been cast. Steely Pate has actually been cast. Don't you worry. Yeah, the least incestuous Targaryen, Flippy says. Yeah, Alien is used in World of Ice and Fire. Dennis Darkland's wife is hated simply because she was a woman of foreign birth who prayed to gods alien to Westeros. Fair play, fair play. Maekar's daughters aged up, or two of Elena Penrose's daughters is my guess. Okay.
They're incestuous.
Fossaway. Young Fossaway lad, who of course will fight for Dunk.
It's aliens.
What's happening here? So this is obviously, you can tell by the fogginess and the muddiness that this is the dramatic trial by 7. Who is hitting who? Stabbing someone in the back. Who is being shanked right now? That is Dunk, right? Yeah, I think that's... Is that Dunk being shanked by... Oh, you can tell that helmet is Aerion's helmet. Yeah. But he's... Yeah, okay. We sent those messages a while ago. You feeling okay? I said I was scrolling up through the chat to look at earlier messages to see if people had already... to see what people had said about the Tar girls at the funeral.
Tyrants.
There he is. Protect your damn neck. Crushing nuts.
So,
Look at this scary guy. It is funny that we keep asking for Targaryens with short hair because every single fucking Targ has long hair. It's either down their back or it's shoulder length, and it's a dodgy looking wig. And all we want is white hair. Just dye their hair white. It's not a big deal. And we finally get a short hair Targ, and it looks good, but it's on a character who clearly gives long hair energy. Like, I'm sorry. Aerion Brightflame, that is a man who has long flowing hair. He's a vainglorious prince, right? Does vainglorious, is that a synonym for vain, or is that just a completely different word, actually? I said messages from yesterday, from earlier. You know what? Fuck you. It would be a correct thing to say in 15 minutes, because it's nearly midnight for me. Anyway. Where is Aerion's long hair? Again, I'll take short hair Targs anyway, it can be done.
Duncan the Tall. Arion would like your head.
He looks a bit like Otto Hightower here. It's kind of funny. Again, make him clean shaven. Give us clean shaven Baelor.
Your head.
Maybe the gods figure this is what...
What do we think the head is? Because, like I said, could be a puppet head. Because, of course, she's not in this trailer, I don't think. But it turns out, too tall, puppeteer. Dunk has a crush on her. the whole show gets the puppet show gets wrecked by Arian because he's paranoid as fuck. Because he's like, oh, you're doing a play about killing dragons. That's propaganda against. Oh, and again, the Blackfires didn't exist as a lore concept in Hedge Knight. They could introduce it. They could have Arian be like, you're slaying dragons in your puppet show. This is Blackfire propaganda. Little name drop, cheeky little name drop. But is this like a puppet head of like a man-sized puppet? Steely Pate helm. Oh, that'd be interesting if the puppet helmets were made by Steely Pate. Maybe it's a robot. Maybe it's like a steampunk robot. Why not? Is he in a cave? No, I think he's just on the tourney grounds in the rain, looking sad.
I deserve.
Come out, little knight.
And so,
The helmet. Based or cringe? Call it in the chat. This helmet. Is it a cool helmet or is it kind of cringy? I think it's cool. I like how over the top it is. I really do.
I ask you again. How good a knight are you?
Oh, how good a knight are you? Are you even a knight, donkey boy? Look at those eyes. No, Dunk, you've been acting kind of sus lately. Swaggering out. Let's go. I wonder if I can get the stream not copyright claimed. That'd be nice.
You may be wise to run.
Won't they kill me if
There's little egg.
I run?
They're already filming season 2, by the way. Straight into it. Filming season 2.
Won't
We're going to be getting Dunk and Egg and House of the Dragon yearly. Boom, boom, boom.
they kill you anyway?
Dunk kind of mid, to be honest. How can you say that about this beautiful man? What are you on about? This beautiful Irish man. Oh, yeah, and then this is the shot that was from the trailer. The puppet show, it's no longer, string puppets in a little box or whatever. It's a full-blown, in a pavilion. Whose idea was it to have, like, fire effects in a fucking pavilion? This is not going to end well. God damn. Yeah, so we got a really cool puppet dragon spraying some kind of gas. Someone's in there farting. Boom on the torch. Fire. And yeah, people have guessed that this is meant to be like a sort of Serwyn of the Mirror Shield story. Serwyn or maybe it's Florian and Jonquil or something. And yeah, that kind of looks like it could be the actress for Tanzao Tutul, the one squatting down, doing a little Polish squat, buying a shield. So less of a puppeteer and more just kind of an actress playing a role.
It's honor.
Hey, look at him! Look at him! Look at him! Look how unprotected he is. Just aim for the armpit, man. And then the flail very tricky. It's always like edgy people and villains who have flails, right? In George Armand's work, it's like Shagwell the Fool, Prince Damon, Arian. Yeah, it is Serwyn. Yeah. He's defeating a dragon with a shield as a mirror. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I don't know why it would be Florian and Jonquil. I think I said that in my trailer breakdown. I think I got that back. And this Humphrey Harding and Humphrey Beesbury knocking each other off, and of course, bit of foreshadowing, you could argue, because these are the two knights who die during the trial by 7, the two Humphreys. Boom, and then that's Lord Ashford's daughter, but as people have said in the chat, it's her name day, Tony. If this bitch hadn't turned a certain age on a certain day, Baelor Breakspear, the one true heir to the Iron Throne, would still be alive. What does she have to say for herself?
Houses of Westeros.
Whoa, knocked off. And then this is genuinely like a cool shot where, like, wait, I'll let it play smoothly. Like, whoa, zoom, fast zoom around. Maybe it'll be cool. Oh, look how red he is. That's the rage. That's Irish rage right there.
Among you.
Yeah, boy. Let's go. Wait a minute. Why isn't Baelor watching? That chair's reserved for Baelor up there. Where's he? Where's the heir? Where's the hand? Where is he? I can't get over the Dondarrion man at arms with the like plaque with the that's very odd, but it is. But that being said, I do find it kind of cool that you've got a whole bunch of different people in the crowd. You've got a bunch of sort of commoners, small folk, and like some men at arms. That's cute.
Was that ill-handled?
Clearly, a lot of tension, a lot of attention has gone into sigils and stuff. The houses who are here.
Right, yeah.
I feel like this could be turned into a Chad Yes meme. You know what I mean? Look at that angle. There we go. The 17th. January. Wait, let's remove the dramatic music as it resumes. There we go. January the 18th. Boom. Jan the 18th. It's coming soon. Yeah, we don't even know what the story of Florian and Jonquil is. Ira couldn't depict it if he wanted to. He could ask George R. R. Martin and be like, hey, but yeah, no, I agree. It is Selwyn. It is Selwyn. I don't know what I'm talking about. Right. Good stuff. Well, when it comes out, you know what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be live streaming with Quinn the GM, right? After each episode, doing reviews, breakdowns, doing the bingo. I might be doing some commentary tracks, maybe some commentary tracks, with some of my patron friends. I have a IRL friend who hasn't read the Dunk and Egg novellas, but is intrigued by the show. So we might do live streams or maybe our own commentary tracks or something where it's a fresh pair of eyes. He doesn't know what's going to go down. That would be super interesting. But yeah, and of course, while the show's out, I'll have some other videos cooking in the background, right? History of House Baratheon, and maybe the real Brienne, tie it in with Duncan, who may be her ancestor. Who knows? All right, some super chats. Thank you for the super chat from Julian Kerr, who said, I hate the Bright Flame doesn't have his red, orange, and yellow flame armor from the books. Yeah, considering he's called Bright Flame, and he is such a colorful lad, Aerion is very monochromatic in this trailer. You know, he just got black armor, black outfit. He did have that red jacket going on. He had the red outfit. That was kind of cool. But yeah, where's the yellow, orange, red? Where's, like, I don't know. You have to take into account how things look on screen. But hey, if you can, if they're actually doing contact lenses to change the eye color, and they're doing pink dyed hair, I don't want any more fucking excuses about anything. Like, oh, you can't have bright colors because it looks bad. Well, the pink hair looked fine, right? Oh, you can't have Targaryen actors and actresses wearing purple contacts. Oh yeah. What about my boy Bertie Carvel with the heterochromia contact lenses? You see him complaining? No. Foss away video when? Flip. How am I going to do a Foss away video? It would be It would be 30 seconds long. What do I say? How's Foss away existed? It then broke into 2 cadet branches. The Bad Apple fought in the War of the Nine Penny Kings, and then there are also some Foss aways in the main series. No, honestly, I need to start doing YouTube shorts, and I think the perfect YouTube short would be minor houses that I'd never talk about in a big video, and like Foss away would be perfect, honestly. The real Mace the Ace. I could do the real Mace. Quinn's already done like a video that was like Mace Tyrell, you know, is he a secret genius? And I collabed with him on that. So like it's kind of a you know what? Never say never. History of House Haven. There's not much to say, not much of a house. It's just me, Lord Haven. I need to start making some lordlings. Need to find myself a Lady Haven. Spread the house. Get some marriage alliances going. 30 seconds of peak. No, the House Peak. House Peak does. I don't think House Peak would be a short. House Peak would be a video. History of House Peak. When's the last time I did a history of video? When's the last time I did a history of House X? Because my channel's basically just become the real X. Because, well, get some more views if I'm being honest. But some house histories. God damn. Emilia Clarke had purple eye contacts. It hurt her eyes. Not good enough. She must endure the pain for the sake of art. No, I'm kidding. History of House Targaryen? Probably at some point, but also I hear there's a channel called Channel of Ice and Fire that's basically doing a bunch of videos detailing the various eras of House Targaryen and the Valyrian. So there we go. Real Tyrells as a whole. I've done a History of House Tyrell video though. No, I could do individual. The real Loras, the real Marjorie, real. That could be like a month. Like 1 month is Tyrell month, and it's real Olenna, real Mace, real Marjorie, real Loras. No, that's fire. I don't know. Maybe not Loras. Yeah, no. Yeah, maybe you're right actually. Have I watched Kingdom of Heaven? Jaime is Craster's son, and Jorah is the King of England. What the fuck? No, I haven't. I have not. Why can't they digitally recolor the Targaryen's eyes in post? What, like they do in The Witcher? Make Yennefer's eyes purple, make Frey Allen's eyes bright green? I don't know. Because I see Yennefer's purple eyes in The Witcher, and I'm like, that looks fine to me. Does it look perfect in every scene? No, but would it be cool if Targs had purple eyes? Yes. What is your excuse? And you can say, oh, well, they don't have purple eyes in Game of Thrones, but you could just be like, you could just say, maybe they used to have purple eyes, generations ago. Like, House of the Dragon would have been the perfect opportunity to have purple eyes, but there we go. Speaking of The Witcher, by the way, if people are interested, I did a very fun video about The Witcher Season 4. Oh, don't get me wrong, you don't need to have watched Witcher Season 4. Preferably don't watch any Witcher season, they suck. But I did a commentary track with all 8 episodes, all 8 hours of The Witcher with my friends Flippy and Cal, and I edited down 3 lots of 8-hour audios of us rambling and chatting and making jokes and reviewing it and so on. I cut it down into 90 minutes. It's on the channel. It's called The Witcher Season 4 is Cursed, and it's basically us shitting on The Witcher Season 4, and it's lots of fun. Not many people have watched it because this isn't necessarily a Witcher channel primarily, but if that sounds fun and interesting to you, bit of a shitpost video, feel free to check it out. I will say this, it's the 9th draft of that video, believe it or not, because the first time I uploaded it, Netflix, even though it's fair use because it's us talking over short clips from the show and providing commentary, being transformative, it said, this is blocked by Netflix and no one can see it. And I re-edited that video 8 more times. So it was, and I did an all weekend, I did an all-nighter on Monday night. At like 8 a.m. in the morning, I uploaded my 9th edition, and it finally said, yes, we will allow your video to be played. I had to cut out so much, I had to cut down so much. Ah, boy. But anyway, that's on the channel if you're interested. But if not, guess what I'm working on next? What am I working on next? Oh, 2 potential things. So first off, the one guaranteed video this month is the real Ramsay, right? Nice, cold, wintry video about Ramsay for December. Real Roose was spicy. Real Ramsay will be spicy. I have stronger opinions on show versus book Ramsay. And Quinn is wrong for saying that book Ramsay is a bad villain, boring, cartoonish villain. Bullshit. But yes, that's the guaranteed one, real Ramsay. However, oh, and of course, over December, I'm probably going to be working on all those videos in preparation for Dunkin' Egg, right? But also, I might do some Fallout stuff, genuinely, because Fallout Season 2 is coming out. I might do some live streams reviewing it. I might do some Fallout commentary tracks with some people. Or I might even do some animated, like, New Vegas lore, right? Because we know in the new Fallout season, it looks like we're going to see Mr. House. Looks like we're going to see Caesar's Legion, NCR. So I might do some animated faction videos, like grow the channel, expand, try something new, see how well it does. Mr. House faction explained kind of thing could be fun. But Haven, don't you know hating The Witcher makes you a misogynist? Well, we can add that to the list. We can add that to the list. The recent accusations of, what was it on Quinn's stream? Homophobia and fat phobia, curiously enough, have dogged me. I can barely sleep at night. Now I'm misogynist as well. How am I going to cope? Fallout, baby. People look enthusiastic about Fallout in the chat. That's cool. That's cool. It could be a video that flops, but I think it'll be fun to make because it's something a bit different. Will we see Walder Frey's birth in the Night of the Seven Kingdoms? No, but we will see Walder Frey in the 3rd season of the Night of the Seven Kingdoms because Walder Frey appears as a little boy in the Mystery Knight novella. Nobody gives the Targs purple eyes. Now we have one with heterochromia. Yeah. Honestly, the only way at this point you can have... Because you can't have any Targaryens in between House of the Dragon and Game of Thrones having purple eyes. It wouldn't make any sense for just sudden random purple eyes. You can get away with it with the Conquest show. You could give Aegon and his sister wives purple eyes and be like, they're the purest of the pure, and then over time, the purple eyes disappeared. Maybe, I don't know quite how that works, but you could say that, right? You could say that. Because if the Valarians don't have purple eyes in the show, you could say, hey, Aenys, King Aenys, Alyssa Valarian, boom, they lost the purple eyes. I still don't know how you... Yeah, the Valarians are black. So King Jaehaerys is half black. Huh. Guess that old man takes after his daddy. Okay. Couple more super chats and then I think it's time to wrap up. Thank you so much for watching. I love live streaming. I love chatting to my fans, to my community. The Haven Horde. Hello, Haven Horde. How are we doing? Like and subscribe. I love chatting to you guys, but I'm just not streaming as much as I should. My last stream was like, what was it, like a month? When was it? It was like a month ago or something ridiculous. I'm so sorry. More streaming and more collabs with Quinn, obviously. But yes. Bum bum bum. Thank you, Julian Kerr, who said, "Do you believe that Aerion is a secret Blackfire spy?" Is that even a theory? I've not heard that. That does sound like one of those fan base continues to go insane. No, I don't think so. I don't know why he would be, because he would just be risking his own life, risking his neck, getting himself out of the line of succession. Like, why would he? Why would... If he hadn't... I mean, he would be up for being king if he hadn't drunk wildfire, right? Considering how many of the tugs of this era just dropped dead. Secret Blackfire spy? Why? Well, the only justification for that would be because he's a little bit crazy and maybe he's been promised something out of it. But generally speaking, as a rule, you don't work for a rival cadet branch that would prefer your entire family and anyone with a claim against them to be like extinguished. I think, yes, thank you, Callum, who says, hey, thanks, Cal, who says, I think that it might be a Serwyn puppet with regards to the head. Yes, although I wonder, a puppet in what sense? Because we see the dragon puppet and it's blowing fire at, I believe, Tanzel, who's dressed as a knight with a shield, but like, where does the head of a knight come into this puppet show, I wonder? Thank you to Sylvie, who simply super chats, yippee, thank you so much. Based is all I can say. Based Sylvie, thank you. Yippee indeed. Very kind of you. And thank you for the super chat from Who's This? It's none other than Coleshot, who says, will you do an adventure stream again? Don't remember the name of the book / game. These were great. Oh, yes. Coleshot is referring to Final Fantasy books. So they're the ones written by Ian Livingstone and Steve Jackson, who were the men who founded Games Workshop. That's right, the creators, the industry that went on to create Dungeons and Dragons, Warhammer Fantasy, Warhammer 40k. And in their spare time in the 90s, I believe, maybe the 2000s, but I think it was the 90s, they wrote a bunch of choose your own adventure books, where it was turn to page 20 if you want to go left, turn to page 104 if you want to go right, and then you go down each avenue and the story unfolds and blah, blah, blah. And I have some old live streams where I played Death Trap Dungeon and... what was it? I think I had a poll for every single decision I made, and it was the chat the chat voted what option I took until I died, basically. Oh no, it was Forest of Doom. That's the one. Yeah, it was lots of fun. It was kind of slow because obviously every single decision had to be voted on, and but they were fun. So maybe if I streamed with someone who could be my guy in the chair or girl in the chair who could like sort things out to speed things up, that could be fun. Good stuff. Fighting fantasy, man, that takes me back. Didn't I do a fighting fantasy stream where like some guy entered the chat and claimed to be Ian Livingstone's son? I don't think he was lying. That's kind of crazy. I wonder what he's up to. Oh, Cal said they compare Dunk to Serwyn and Florian, mostly Florian though. Florian the Fool, of course. And the question of what makes a true knight comes up. Arian smashes the puppet, so I suspect Dunk finds that as a challenge. Yeah. I will say it's a lot different. It'll be a lot different, Arian, you know, smashing up a bunch of string puppets in the novella compared to like whatever big fucking stage production they've got going on here. What's he gonna do? Like cut up the dragon puppet with his sword or something? And if Tanzel isn't a puppet operator, if she's just playing Serwyn, does breaking her fingers make sense? Because the whole point is it's to stop her from puppeteering. All right, take care. Channel of Ice and Fire, my squire. I think I'm going to wrap up anyway. I'll just let the chat know. So let me know in the chat before I go, because I love getting your perspective. What kind of, I would say 3 questions. 1, what kind of Duncan Egg videos would you like from me when the show's out? What kind of videos do you want to see? 2, would you be interested in Fallout, like animated Fallout content / Fallout reviews / Fallout commentary, whatever, when Fallout Season 2 comes out this month? And 3, would you like me to do sort of choose your own adventure fighting fantasy book live streams where you, the chat, tell me what direction to go in, who to fight, that kind of thing? Speaking of, I just, yeah, let me know in the chat, and then after I've got some feedback, I'll wrap up, I'll end the stream, because it's gone past midnight, my goodness. But, inspiration for Hideki Miyazaki when making the Soulsborne games. No way. What, the 90s fighting fantasy books were inspiration for Soulsborne? Really? Really? From Software was influenced by fucking Ian Livingstone and Steve Jackson's fighting fantasy series. Anyway, yeah, I need to stream more games as well. Like that fucking terrible Kings Road game no one played. I gotta play that. Obviously, the Telltale game could be fun. Just some shitty Game of Thrones games could be fun to stream. I need to stream more video games. Oh, some of my patrons keep telling me to stream Morrowind because I just lose my shit over it. Maybe, maybe I'll stream Morrowind. That'll be fun. But yeah. Yes Man video win. I mean, there probably would be a Yes Man if I'm doing one video about each faction, like just to expand my audience, dive into something else I'm passionate about, then yeah, Yes Man all the way. My first choice was Yes Man. The real house, but it's just real estate. Brilliant. I suppose, what's that say? I suppose that's off the table as well, Shanja. I have only loved one woman. Only one, my entire life. Your sister. And the way she like screams as she falls to her death. Like in the book, she Lysa falls silently in shock, and in the show, she's like, whoa, like fucking Looney Tunes. Resident Evil videos. I've never played a single Resident Evil game, genuinely. Stream Fallout. Maybe. I need to just stream some video games, to be honest. Like, my subscriber count, like, quadruples the moment I start streaming video games. God damn it. Maybe I should get Twitch. Should I get Twitch? Should I stream on Twitch? I don't know. 7 Kingdoms mod in Attila Total War. I think I got Total War Medieval 2 thinking that the famous Game of Thrones mod was part of that game. And then I realized after the fact it was Attila, and I was like, fuck, and I just never got around to it. The real wildcards, fuck off. I genuinely at some point want to get wildcards and talk about it, because I feel like no one's actually read them, and no one's actually talking about them. Shout out to someone I know whose father, like, was like, oh yeah, no, I don't like A Song of Ice and Fire, but I really like wildcards. It's like, yo, unicorn. Ashford Turney Sansa theory. Yeah, maybe. Resident Evil is the best. I just never got around to it. I never got around to Resident Evil. I've not played any of them. I haven't played many. I don't think I've played a single Japanese game, actually, ignoring Nintendo stuff. Like, Resident Evil and What are the big boys I always think in my head? I think of Resident Evil, Silent Hill, and Metal Gear as like the three like old school games that spawned a big franchises. Like I've played Silent Hill 2. Resident Evil, because I'm a bit of a completionist and a perfectionist, so I'd want to play all of them. I'd want to go back to the first ever Resident Evil and play all of them in order like a weirdo, and I don't know. And Metal Gear, I want to do the same for Metal Gear. Stream New Vegas, but the chat makes the decisions. A New Vegas stream could be fun with Fallout coming out. History of House Karstark. That's fire, actually. Oh, yeah, no, I'll do a History of House Karstark at some point, for sure. 100%. Yeah. That's one I was going to make years ago. I just never got around to it. I like doing Northern-related videos in winter. You know? Like, History of House Karstark is a winter video. That's not a summer video. Oh, yes. Maekar. We're not seeing any Maekar in the trailers. He looks cool as fuck, though. He's really good in Fargo. I've only seen the first 3 seasons of Fargo. I need to see season 4 and 5. I want to see you react to Metal Gear Rising Revengeance. I've seen enough memes from it. I've seen people just pulling the weirdest faces and like grinning and shit. I mean, any game called Revengeance is already based. Like, that's insane. I've seen that meme where it's like, my source is that I made it the fuck up. And of course, when Hot D comes out in summer, I'm going to be busy. I'm going to be 8 weeks. 8 weeks of non-stop Hot D. Oh, I'm going to be busy. They are hiding Maekar. They're hiding Maekar. We haven't seen Dayron the Drunken either. Who haven't we seen? We haven't seen Steely Pate, Dayron the Drunken, Maekar. We haven't even seen promos of. Excuse me. We haven't even seen promos of Dayron the Drunken. Any pictures of? We know the actor. The actor's name was released, and he's a good-looking lad, but we haven't. Okay, one more super chat from Julian Kerr, who says character nicknames for Dunkin' Egg ranking. What do you mean? Oh, yes, the character nickname ranking me and Quinn did. Oh, we never finished that. We did all the nobles. We never got around to the commoner nicknames. Yeah, no, maybe we can bring it back for Dunkin' Egg, that's for sure. Oh, that's a good idea, actually. Real Allison. All of the real videos comparing book and show, I'm only going to do it once the character's adaptation storyline is concluded. Otherwise, there's no point. There's no point me doing the real Damon right now because he's in season 3, and it would just be me comparing season 1 and 2 Damon to book Damon, and then not, that's kind of pointless. You're pretty sure Steely Pate slapped Dung's horse in the start of this trailer. What are you talking about? What's bro waffling about? Come on, man. Okay, well, I don't know if you're trolling me, but let's have a look. Because we know who the actor is. Not that I can see any detail in this fucking 1080p trailer. Yo, no, I think you're cooking. That could be Steely Pate. Look at that bearded man, the balding bearded man. That could be Steely Pate, actually. That's not Dung's horse, though. Yeah, that isn't Dung's horse. Unless there's something going on with perspectives I'm missing. Yeah, nah. The real Lyman Beesbury. I need to do House of the Dragon accent video, but that only makes sense once all the seasons are out. Roderick the Ruin. Oh, he's being played by a Scottish guy. I predicted this. Okay, I'm going to wrap up. I'm doing my classic live stream thing where I finish the bulk of it and then I get trapped talking to my beautiful chat, my beautiful community. Thank you so much. I don't know where I'd be without you. Thanks for everything you do, all the support you show me. You guys are great. Take care, and I'll talk to you in another live stream. And again, if you have any live stream ideas, send them to me, DM them to me, comment them, etc., etc. All right, I need to go.